Good day. So our lesson for today is how to record from unadjusted trial balance to adjusted trial balance. So this is our unadjusted trial balance, which we have lifted from our previous video presentation trial balance final. So it says it's 275,000 for the debit and 275,000 for the credit. Since we said the trial balance is used to check the correctness between the debit and the credit if it is equal. Okay? So next is additional information for adjusting. So we have lay prepaid rent to Kurt was already consumed. So this is an example of our prepayment because lay paid to Kurt but the services of Kurt wasn't incurred yet. So it's a prepayment. Next, upon inventory of supply, it was determined that only 2,000 worth of supplies on hand. So this is also an example of prepayment. We bought supplies, but we haven't put it as our expenses. Next, we have depreciation is unrecorded, costing 6,416.67. This is an example of our depreciation in our adjusting. Next, we have salaries of Christopher was unrecorded for the period of the second half of December amounting to 10,000. So this could be an error because it's unrecorded, but this could also be our accrued because services was being rendered by Christopher to us, but it wasn't paid yet. Next, upon the audit, it was noted that cash payment of 5,000 for unearned service was omitted. So this is an example of our accounting error after the audit. Because if you would remember on our adjusting video, I enumerated 4 items that was only usually detected upon the audit or year-end. So, next, our adjusting entries would now be lay prepaid rent to Kurt was already consumed. So, since it's already consumed, we debit rent expense because now it's expense, not anymore prepaid or asset. So, we credit prepaid rent of 30,000. Next, upon inventory of supply, it was determined that only 2,000 worth of supplies was on hand. So, our supplies, if we would use the T account, we have the beginning balance of 5,000. And then per our count, it was stated that at the end, it's only 2,000. So, therefore, how much do we expense? So, that would be 3,000. So, we debit supplies expense 3,000 and then credit supplies 3,000. Next, depreciation is unrecorded, costing 6,416.67. So, we debit depreciation expense 6,416.67 and then accumulated depreciation 6,416.67. So, accumulated depreciation is a contra asset account. So, this is an asset, but it's a deduction from a certain asset. So, in this case, it's usually, if you would check from our trial balance, the only depreciable asset is computer equipment. Okay. So, salaries of Christopher was recorded for the period of the second half of December amounting to 10,000. So, we had to debit salaries expense 10,000 and then we have liability to Christopher. So, we had to record salaries payable 10,000. So, here we go. See? So, for cash, we have 56,000 plus the error of 5,000. So, we have 61,000 debit. And then for accounts receivable, new adjusting entry, so it's the same 75,000. For supplies, we said that ending should not only be 2,000 and we see that it's only 2,000. For prepayment, so no more prepayment because all were already consumed. For computer equipment, we have 25,000. For lay equity, it's still 100,000, no adjusting. For service revenue, it's still 175,000, no adjusting. Because take note, the unearned revenue is still liability. So we have utilities expense, it's 34,000. For salaries expense, we have unpaid. So it's from 40, we add up 10, now we have 50. Withdrawals, just the same, no adjusting. Rent expense, 30 because it's an additional. Supplies expense, 3,000. Depreciation expense, 6,416.67. Then we have accumulated depreciation, 6,416.67, and then salaries payable 10,000 and unearned revenue 5,000. So if we would check, all the debits and credit are equal. starting from the unadjusted trial balance, the proposed adjusting was also equal, and the trial balance itself, the adjusted trial balance was also equal. Okay? So if you have any question, please just comment below. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, please help me to reach out more people by hitting the subscribe button and the like button below. God bless you.